Okay, here we are. Good day, everybody. We are here and we're doing a call. It's called Monat for Black and Mixed Hair, which is very cool. This is an exciting call. This is going to help a lot of people. So just first up, please go back. If you have any further questions after this call, please go back to the person who sent you this video, because we have an honor system in this company and we like to respect everybody who's doing and participating. So thank you everybody for participating. So we're just going to get right into it. I'm going to be introducing Cece. Cece, if you could, are you good to go now?
Yes, I'm good. I can hear you.
Okay, go for it.
I'm Cece. I work at Ella Ross Salon in Tacoma, Washington. I've been with Monat for about a year. My background is, I'm African American / Dominican. So my hair, this is my natural hair. I do not have no relaxer. This is only a flat iron due to Monat. So,
are you a stylist?
Huh?
You are a stylist, right?
Yes, I am a stylist. I'm a natural hair care stylist.
Cool. So what before you started using Monat, what was your experience like in doing this type of hair type?
I feel like it was all over the place. When you're trying to be a naturalist, doing natural hair care, you're very diverse with products that we use. We never had just like one system that I could just use. I would spend tons of money. So within like 2 months, I'm spending like $600 on hair care. So it just too much money I was spending. When I got with Monat, it changed. It was a game changer for me because I felt like, okay, I didn't have to spend that much. It's highly concentrated. So it was really cleaning the hair, making it hydrating. My hair actually grew about maybe 5 inches. For a long time, my hair would only be right here. I am a cancer survivor patient. I've been in remission for about 5 years now. So my hair was very short. It was about right here, a little bit past my ears. And if you guys can see where my ears are at, so you can see the difference of where Monat is actually grew my hair out. And this has been since last March of last year, 2017, I started with Monat. I had a client come in with the shampoo, he just joined, Mr. Jamie. He came in with the shampoo and it was smelling really good. And I was like, where did you get the shampoo from? And I washed his hair with it. And then I ended up meeting Crystal, his wife. And so we got hooked up with Monat, and I was still skeptical about trying it out. I had one client that I knew who needed this product because she had been coming in and she was depressed. She was crying about her hair. She didn't want to wear wigs anymore. She was balding and her hair was thinning. And I gave her the intense repair treatment for 1 month. I took a before picture before I did it, and I took it another one in 2 weeks. Her hair grew. Her bald spot filled in fast. I don't know why. With some people with Monat, it'll work really fast. Within that 1 month, I was like amazed. So that's what made me sign on to Monat. I said, oh, I got to use this product. I got to get my hands on this product, because if I have this client and I can satisfy her without using being a cancer patient, I've used pretty much everything you can imagine to try to grow my natural hair back and be healthy, and nothing really worked. When you stop using it, it would make you sick. It would make your hair lose. Your hair just wouldn't go back. With Monat, my hair stayed. Her hair stayed. So I signed on with it. I love Monat. I really do.
Well, what would you say? So can I ask you a question? You're working in a salon that is all black and exclusive to Monat. Is that true? Is that you?
Yes, we are.
And
I booth rent with each one. So we each stylist has their own room. So me, I'm all about Monat. So that's all I use. So every person that comes in my salon or sits in my chair will be getting Monat treatments for lifetime. It's something that I've already decided. I do not use any other product but Monat.
And sorry, on just one last question for you. On your hair, it's very hard to believe that you don't have a chemical straightener on your hair.
Oh yes.
What products do you use? What products do you use to get the look that you have right now? Just out of curiosity.
I use actually the black line is I feel like the black line is good for my hair because it that rosemary, capixul, and peppermint It's like almost like a clarifying shampoo for the first, and then it penetrates the second, and it starts to make it stimulates my scalp really good. So that's where I feel like that one is a little bit stronger, even though about the IRT is really, really good too. They're both the same because they both grow back hair. But since men's hair loses faster than women's hair, I decided to use the men's line more because it grew my hair and gave me that growth that I really wanted within the time that I needed to use that product.
Yeah.
So I just wash it with, I do 2 washes with Monat, even though I have a lot of hair. I probably use maybe a little bit over a quarter size the first one because I want to like get it to the second time when I use that less than a quarter size, it's that lathering already. So a lot of people be like, well, I don't see it lather. So they kind of overuse the product. And I'm like, no, don't do that. You know, the first time it won't lather. The second time it lathers. So I use that one. And then after I use that one, I use the mask. And then after the mask, I use the mask and the leave-in treatment at the same time.
Oh.
After using the black system.
And
then I just blow my hair out.
You rinse it out, right?
Yeah, I actually leave the leave-in conditioner because it's a leave-in conditioner, and I leave the mask in, even though I've used the men's line. And I do that because with being African American, or if your child is mixed, and I use that with all my mixed kids, if their hair is thinning or anything with that, I use the mask and the leave-in treatment for their hair because the weather, it's cold. When it's cold, your hair gets brittle, it gets dry. So those 2 products, after using any system that you would wash the hair with, I make sure I leave the leave-in and the mask after that.
But I blow them. You're only shampooing once a week, though.
I shampoo every 2 weeks. I try to do it every 2 weeks.
Okay.
My hair.
So you're not overusing the mask, is what you're saying. And then you use the blowout cream.
Right. I use the blowout cream, and I use to blow it out. So
do you use anything else on your hair?
Flat iron. That's it.
Rejuva beads? Anything? Hairspray? Nothing?
No, not on mine.
That's amazing.
No Rejuva.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have a last message for any skeptic that's out there, because you are a professional stylist and you are exclusive to this? There are a lot of skeptics out there.
You gotta get I just feel like this product is amazing. It's a game changer, you know. We've always struggled with hair care, and everybody always thinks like, oh, I don't have the money to do this. It's about your health, and it's about your beauty, and that's comes deep in with you. And if you strive with this, it's amazing. You'll have good results. Never fails.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Cece, for sharing your story. Seriously.
You're welcome.
Okay. The next person I'm going to have up is actually Camille. If you can unmute yourself. Are you able to unmute yourself?
Yep.
Okay. You ready, Camille?
I am. Hello, I'm Camille Rodriguez, and I live in Spanaway, Washington, which is south of Seattle, about an hour. Actually, I'm really close to Cece, who's in Tacoma. I am actually a licensed massage therapist of about 10 years, and I decided to jump in with this because one of my friends showed me the results of herself and her father, and that's what blew me away. And then, not thinking about my own mixed kids that were going to be using the products, I wanted it for myself because my hair was thinning, and it's very fine, obviously. My husband is black, and so we do have mixed kids. And we actually all of us can use the line. My 7-year-old, I used to use the black line on him, the 2-in-1 shampoo, but I ended up having to stop and go to the Renew shampoo because by the time 8 weeks came around, he would have this mane of hair. And so he'd just have this puffy head of hair. So tame that back, and the Renew shampoo gives him a lot of hydration, but then I use the Revitalize conditioner because his hair is straight and fine like mine, but he just has a ton of it. And then my other child, he actually is very curly, and I have actually been using the Only For You gifts that we receive in our packaging from our orders. But if I didn't have that, I'd be using the Renew shampoo as well, and then the smoothing deep conditioner on him. His hair is probably about, probably about that short right now. But before, he had hair that was about 8 inches long. And like Cece was saying about the mask, I would actually use that as leave-in conditioner on his head, because he had ringlets, and it would hold the ringlets perfectly. And he would sit in his car seat and rub his head against the car seat, and it still wouldn't break the curl very much compared to the other stuff.
To show his hair?
Yeah. Hey, Jaden, come here for a second. Jaden.
I love his hair.
Yeah. Yeah, he's coming.
Do you use any other styling products in his hair, out of curiosity?
So for his styling, I use the Only For You curl cream and then the leave-in conditioner as well. Come here, Jaden. Come here. Jaden, come here. Why? Because you're going to go on TV. See? So this is his hair.
Oh my gosh, adorable.
Super curly. Yeah, he just got it cut last week. So, but yeah, before Monat though, trying to comb that guy's hair, it was torture.
Can you share your story with your husband? Because you had pictures of your husband's scalp with his hair growth.
Yes, I can. So with my husband, he had only been using the shampoo and the 2-in-1, this guy. And in 1 week, because I shave his head bald every Sunday because he was concerned about this part up here, thinning. And so I would shave him every Sunday. Well, the first week to the second week, you could actually see a difference. I mean, it wasn't drastic, but you could actually see the hair was thicker. It was shinier. His scalp looked better. And then at the third week, third picture, you could see a significant difference. And between the first picture and now, it's night and day. And this is still a little bit thin, but he probably has some follicles that were actually dead and not growing anymore. But you can actually see, I just took pictures last night, and you can actually see little hairs wanting to peek through. And he's been using the IRT spray, the intense repair spray up here, and that is helping as well. I haven't quite got him on to the supplement yet, but we'll try that soon.
Is there anything you want to say to any skeptical people out there before you wrap up your section?
I would say, you know what? If you're skeptical, just give it a try. All you can lose is having good hair. I mean, there's no risk involved. It's toxin-free essential oil based, so why not give it a shot and prove your skeptical self wrong, and just give it a try. And if you don't like it, then that's so be it. But yeah, just give it a try.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
You're welcome.
I think it's Leticia. Leticia. I know. Thank you for coming on.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. So my name is Leticia, and I'm from Tacoma, Washington. I'm a certified stylist. I have used several different products. I've been certified for over 13 years, and I've never used a product like Monat. I've been involved with the company now for about 9 months. How I got started, I went to one of the Meet Monats, and I heard testimonies. I just seen what the product line was doing for people, and so I just hopped on. I hopped on like the next day after attending one of the meetings, just because prior to that, I was looking for a product line that would work for all hair types. I have used several different products, and I have not found a product line that works as great as this product line does. And I love the fact that it works for all hair types as well. And so in my household as well, this is the only product line that we use. My husband has absolutely fell in love with the product line as well. He has been trying to grow in his sideburns for years, and he's had like patches, but he decided to try the black line, and so he washed his sideburns with the product, and he started to see results pretty quickly. And so he's in love with it. He uses the Rejuvenate oil as well. With my hair, I absolutely, prior to using this product line, I loved wearing extensions. And the reason why I liked wearing extensions is because for me, I thought that was like the only thing that would help protect my hair. And so as soon as I received my product, I took my extensions out, and I started washing my hair with the product line, and I kid you not, within like a couple weeks, like where I had my extensions, I would have like leave out. And so I did have a little bit of damage from like straightening my hair. Although I tell clients all the time to use a heat protectant, but that doesn't mean that I always will use a heat protectant. So I did have that damage, but once I started using the product line, like my curls started coming back. And that was truly big for me because I wanted to wear my own hair out, but I didn't have that confidence. And I can say that Monat has truly given me that confidence in wearing my own hair, which is big for me. And I've had clients as well that are starting to fall in love with their hair. I had a lot of clients that got extensions and now they're not wearing extensions as much. Or the clients that do wear extensions were actually washing their hair with this product line as well. And their extensions have been great as well.
So would you say that Monat does not affect the extensions when they're shampooing or anything? If anything, it's a...
No, not at all. Like it actually has made the extensions, it gives it more shine, more bounce to it. It actually, from my experience, like it makes it look even more natural as well.
That's awesome.
And I have to say, I absolutely love as well the grooming clay for edge control. So I've used several different edge controls, and actually with the edge control, it's actually, a lot of them, they actually block the hair follicles. And with the edge control, it does not do that with the grooming clay. Well, and it actually has the rejuvenating oil in it, and so it does help grow your hair back in. So that's another product that I would definitely recommend as well for your edge control.
That's cool. Is there anything you want to say to any, say for example, stylists or cosmetologists that are out there that are kind of...
So I know there's some skeptical ones. Like I've tried to get other stylists, on with it, but you have nothing to lose at all. Like even jumping on, you have that 30 days money back guarantee as well. So you have nothing to lose. Your clients are going to fall in love with the product. You're going to fall in love with the product. I know how it is when you're used to a product line and you don't want to accept change, but this is a great change. I can definitely say that for sure.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Leticia. And P.S. I am a huge fan of your rap music, as you know.
Yeah, I have. What you gonna do for Monat? If you guys haven't seen it, it's great.
Thanks, Leticia. Okay, so the next person I'm going to introduce is actually Leah. Leah from Michigan.
Hey guys, I didn't even realize I was already unmuted. So hi, I'm Leah Moore. I'm based in Michigan. As of April this year will be my 3rd year anniversary with Monat. So this is literally the first product that I've used on my hair for 3 years straight. I have never been able to use a product line for more than 3 or 4 months. I'm a mixed chick, so I have the beautiful curls from my dad, and I have the thin, fine, straight hair from my mother. When it comes to mixed hair, though, there is a bag. It's a mix. That's the whole thing. There's so many different kinds of mixed hair. So I have, quote unquote, what you call good hair, if you were to talk to my dad's side of the family, which basically just means it's more control. But it's still at the same time, like I have always struggled with my hair. I had like $500 worth of products under my shelves when I finally committed to 6 months with Monat and finally was like, oh, I'm never going to use those things again, and finally tossed them. So before Monat, I was constantly trying new products. Also, just because of the industry I worked with, I was really exposed to a lot of different products, constantly trying to find the holy grail. And I honestly did not wear my hair curly 95% of the time. I would blow my hair out. My hair stayed very flat for, a week to 2 weeks, just depending on how it was done. So I just kind of wore it that way. My hair would stop growing right about my bra line. And I just assumed that was part of the deal as I got older, after children, as I colored my hair, because as you can see, it's quite dark on top and quite light on the bottom. So I just naturally assumed that damage and hair loss was just natural, but I really wasn't kind of willing to accept that. my stylist said there was nothing to do. I had lots of great hair, you know, I had more hair than most people, but at the same time, I was really losing my hair and really devastated. So I had another friend stylist who introduced me to the product. She sent me some samples, of which I go, what is a sample going to do for this amount of hair? Nothing. So I just went ahead and bought the products. I said, hey, worst case scenario, it says I have 30 days. I can return this stuff. And I'm one of those people who writes down in her calendar on the 29th day to return stuff if that's what I have to do. So I did 30 days and I loved it. And my hair started changing. It felt so much lighter. All of a sudden I started seeing little curls coming back and it was super cool. I definitely went through a transformation. I mean, here I'm sitting 3 years later with my transformation, but I definitely, and because I work with so many girls now who also have curls, like I can see back, if I look back at my own patterns, I can see the differences in my hair, but I didn't look at it that way because I wasn't looking to gain my curls back. I was really just looking to grow my hair out. So from here to now, when I pull my hair straight, it's sitting in the middle of my butt crack. I think 3 years and a couple haircuts, I've done a pretty good job growing my hair back. So yeah, Monat has definitely made a huge, huge impact in my hair. In terms of what I use, that kind of runs the gamut. It just kind of depends on how I feel for the day. But my go-tos are the black 2-in-1. That's actually what I started with, and I still love it to this day. It's what I use with my mom. I actually was using it on my son. Because he has, so of course my kid is a mixed kid too, because, you know, I'm half, and then his parent is other parents. So he makes him a quadruple mix, whatever you want to call him. But he has the widow's peak. And I was like, no. So I would rub into the hair. So I'm like, we're going to get rid of that widow's peak. And I can say to this day, like, it's really faint. It's not as heavy because I don't have that. My brother doesn't have that. I had no idea where it came from. So it's better than it was, but typically speaking with him, I do use the junior line. I love the conditioner, both for myself because I use it as a leave-in conditioner, as well as for him because he also has longer hair. So people sometimes think he's a girl because he does have longer hair. He has a really loose wave and a very loose curl pattern. So we'll go through 1 or 2 days with his hair curly, and then we'll pull it back into a samurai bun. When I have to do that, I'll wet his hair, add a little conditioner to it, and I can comb right through it. But if I had to try anything else, it would be a nightmare because I have, and it doesn't work any other way. For him, the black 2-in-1, the styling clay, that works really well to kind of hold his curls for him, as well as we use a lot of hairspray on him because he's got shorter wispies up front, so we kind of pull those back for him.
Did you find that you went through a long detox period? We hear about this detox or cleansing period.
You know,
you have a lot of hair. Did you get any cleansing period, weird irritations at all in the first few months of you using it?
I didn't have any irritations, but here's the thing, like I wasn't focused on that. And I think that makes a huge difference when you are hypersensitive or hyper aware of what could potentially be. I was just looking to grow my hair out. I wasn't concerned with how my curls fell, because if I go back and I look at pictures, I can see that my curls fell. Like the actual curl pattern dropped out for a little while, and then all of a sudden it came back. But I wasn't focused on that because I wasn't worried about having curly hair. I was more focused on how my scalp felt, because it was the first time in my life where I actually understood what squeaky clean meant.
Right.
I don't know about most curly girls, but we don't use really astringent products because our hair is already dry. So we tend to use a lot of emollient products. That squeaky clean feeling on the scalp was not something I was ever aware of until I started using Monat. And it wasn't overly drying feeling. It was just, oh my God, this is what you mean by clean. Like this feels so amazing. This is so much different than anything else I've tried. But then and I love the mask. As I've heard a couple other people say, I love the mask. I'm one of those who's been leaving the mask in her hair since 3 months into the products because, 3 months into the products because we didn't have any styling products when I came around. That was my styling product. It was the only thing that could give me some sort of hold on my curls. And I love it to this day. I don't use it quite as frequently as I used to because we have other options, but my number one go-to product is always going to be the mask.
And then your shampoo you're using 2-in-1. You're not using Renew.
So the 2-in-1, I will also use the balance line. I'll use the hydration line.
Okay.
So I'll use Renew quite frequently. But I do. I mean, the thing is, whenever something comes out, I'll play with it for a while. So because I've been with the company since everything's been released, I've gone through everything, and I still go back to 2-in-1. And I just use the mask after it. And then I will go after that, and I will use either the leave-in conditioner or I particularly like the IR conditioner. I'm not a big fan of the smoothing conditioner. For me, it's too heavy. It leaves my hair actually feeling greasy.
Interesting. And so what's in your hair right now? How did you style it this one today?
So this is taffy and tussle. That's my normal cocktail. I will actually add taffy to my hair first, and then I will go back and layer on tussle after that.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, curly girl.
Absolutely, anytime.
You're awesome. Thank you for sharing. I had to ask you more questions because you are a long-haired curly girl.
I am a long-haired curly girl, which doesn't happen very often.
Okay, thank you so much, Leah. The next person we have up is John Ira Johnson Jr., who is going to represent the barbers. Are you ready, John?
Well, I would love to represent the barbers, but I'm not a barber.
Oh, you're a cosmetologist. Sorry, I apologize.
I'm a hairstylist. Most of my clientele is women. I probably have about 2 or 3 male clients that see me. I'm a multicultural hairstylist as well. So I'll say about 60% of my clientele is Caucasian. About 40% of my clientele is Black and or African American. I use Monat. Well, first, I've been doing hair for about 15 years, and I've been with Monat for about 18 months. And when I first fell in love with Monat was when my aunt was asking me questions about what she could use for her hair because she has some thinning issues. Her and my mom both have thinning issues in the temporal area. And I remember seeing my upline always posting things on Facebook about my Monat. And I was like, I wonder what that product is. I'm gonna try it out. So that was the perfect opportunity for me to try it out and to get my hands on it, to offer it to my aunt. And when she started using it, I started using it. And I loved the results we were getting with her hair. So I started using it more often in the salon. And I learned that this was a product that I could not only use for individuals that had thinning issues or scalp issues, but it was a product that I can use on everybody. And it wasn't just I can use this product on this particular client. I could use this product on all of my clients. So even now to this day, I use this product on every single one of my clients. Every client that comes in gets a shampoo with Monat, gets a conditioner, deep conditioner with Monat. Daily for my blowouts, my silk outs, or my silk presses with my clients that have curly hair, because I only have about 2 clients that have relaxers. All of my other clients are just completely natural. My clients that are Black and are African American. I use the blowout cream, which I'm actually sitting in my station now, so I have everything sitting with me. So I use the blowout cream. I also use the leave-in conditioner, and I use the Rejuva beads. I like to make a cocktail in my hand with it, and I section the hair in about 4 or 5 different sections, and I emulsify it in. I pick it through. I'll sometimes take the oil, and I only apply it in some sections. Like I'll apply the top, on the sides, and sometimes in the back. Either I'll massage it in with my hands, sometimes I will not. And the reason I do that is because all the products do have the oil in it. And then I'll set them under the dryer. And we sit under the dryer for about 5 to 10 minutes to make sure everything gets through and penetrates. Then I pick it out, and we just end up with a fabulous blowout. My clients that have taken this product home and use it either every week or every other day, I have seen so much improvements in the shine of their hair, in the strength of their hair, in their hair growth. It's just been overall amazing. And I think the most amazing thing about it is when the clients come back and tell me that they have seen this change or that they have recognized the benefits of using the product. I think it's a great line. I love it. I don't want to use anything else.
So you're exclusive Monater. You're exclusive to Monat.
Yes, I am.
That's awesome. And like what you just talked about, like empowering your clients to be able to do their hair at home with products that actually work. That's huge. And I was going to ask you something else. The other question I was going to ask you, since you are a 15-year stylist, have you used pretty much most hair product lines out there?
I have. I actually spent about almost a decade employed or contracted with a major line. So, and I've used many different other major lines throughout those 15 years. So when I switched to Monat, it was a hard decision. And that's why I really had to test the product out first and see how it worked with my clients. And I had to see the results for myself. But once I saw that the claims were legitimately true and it was working how it was stated it was going to work, I had to go for it. I mean, I could not deny that. So I've been loving it since.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your perspective, because you do have a mixed clientele. That's really awesome. And I think I just got caught in the barber thing because I saw you doing your hair on a video.
Yeah, I love to do it all. I mean, when I started doing hair 15 years ago, when I went to cosmetology school, my only thought was that money is green. So,
that's true. Except in Canada, we have different colors. But thank you so much, John, for sharing. That's awesome. Okay, the next person we have come up is actually Belinda. Belinda. Are you ready, Belinda? Thank you so much, John. Go for it, Belinda.
How do I?
Yeah, you're ready. Yeah, you can just start talking now. You're good.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Belinda. I'm from Canada, and the weather here is very cold and dry, and it's hard on my hair, and Monat saved it. It saved my hair. Okay, so I am African/American Canadian, because I'm North American, so I'm from Canada. Both my parents are Black. So my hair is very curly, and this is natural hair. I haven't had my hair relaxed in, I say, oh gosh, at least 10 years. It hasn't been relaxed. And I love it. And what I did is I had my girlfriend. I met a girlfriend of mine. Her name is Karen. Hey, Karen. She's my upline. And she introduced me to Monat. Now, I was very skeptic about it because she's white and I'm Black. So I'm thinking it's not going to work for me. Right?
What does the white woman know about your hair, lady?
What's that?
I said, what does the white woman know about your hair?
Well, exactly, right? And it's like, we don't have the same texture, the same kind of hair. So I was like, okay. So, so she said, well, just try the sample. So I tried the sample, and it worked. Like, I was surprised, but it was just a sample, but it did make my hair feel really soft and manageable. So I put it on. I used part of it, so I put it on the back shelf, and then went to Mexico, came back, because the weather there is not the same. So when I came back, I used it again, and it was like, okay, from that kind of climate to this climate, and it still works, there's something there. So what I did was, she said, Belinda, you got to try this. You got to join. So it's like, you know what? You're right. So I joined Monat, and I've been with Monat now it'll be 2 years in March. And someone was saying about how they had all this kind of products. I had multiple products because I personally, because living in Canada is hard, especially Alberta, Canada, there is not a lot of ethnic products out here when I came out here. So I did a lot of new different things. Now there's a lot of ethnic products, but when I moved out here, there was hardly nothing. So I was doing massaging my own scalp, bending my head forward and doing all kinds of stuff, buying products, and it worked for a couple minutes or for a couple washes, and then it stopped working. So I literally have 2 bags of hair products that I don't even use anymore because it doesn't do nothing for me. And so now with Monat, I was using I start off with the Renew shampoo, leave-in conditioner, and the mask. I don't know about a lot of Black people out there, but for me personally, you can't touch my hair. Don't cut my hair. I want my hair long, don't cut it. So I would let nobody cut my hair. And it was like, just like, oh, you need a trim. Like, no, this is the length. I know, don't touch it. So I would not let nobody cut my hair. Now my daughter saying,
you cut your own hair? Is that what you're saying?
No, I wouldn't let nobody cut it, not even me. Like, I wanted that length, and it was like, no, I'm not letting nobody touch my hair because my hair was me, part of me. You know what I mean? So when you cut my hair, it's like part of me was gone. You know what I mean? Like, I like long hair, so when you cut it, but my hair never grew any past my shoulder. That was it. Since I've been using Monat, though, I had my hair cut at least 5 times or more. And when I say cut, I don't mean trim, I mean cut. Because I want it to take the layers out, and I want it healthy and everything now. So since I've been using Monat, and my daughter, when I went to her hair salon the first time, she said, Mom, if this product really works, it will grow. So I put my hand down and I said, go ahead, honey, cut my hair. So she cut my hair, and that was the first time I had somebody cut my hair in years, because the weather here is so bad, it's so dry that my ends were always brittle and everything. So it didn't, no matter what I used, it didn't work. It worked for a while and then it stopped. So my hair was always brittle on the end, right? It was okay in the beginning, but at the end it wasn't very good. So I always had my daughter cut my hair, and she cut like this much off, and I was freaking out, but she said, Mom, it's going to work, right? Monat works. Don't complain. Let me cut your hair. So that's when I first started getting my hair cut again. So
what's in your hair right now?
Right now, I put in my hair. I have I put in the I didn't wash it. I wash it once a week. Okay. So what I do is I just go in the shower and I wet my hair because it's all natural. So I just wet my hair, and then when I get out, I put the leave-in conditioner. I put I use the Rejuvenic oil. I know everybody says that the Rejuvenic oil, they don't use that much. I use it on a regular basis because out here, I need the oil in my hair because it's really, really bad and dry out here. So I use that Rejuvenic oil, even though it's in the product, I use it in my scalp all the time. I use the intense treatment in my edges. And in fact, I don't know if I should get closer here, but I was bald here at one point from when I used to have my hair in braids. Okay. I had no hair.
Alopecia, right?
No, it's just the braids. From having my hair in braids, they broke off.
Okay.
It just broke off from the braids. And being in this weather, it didn't help. So it's just brittle and dry. So I use intense treatment in my edges, and now I have hair. And I never had hair there. It was gone. So now I have hair in my edges.
So in your hair right now, just leave-in and oil?
Just the leave-in conditioner and the Rejuvenic oil. And for my edges, I put in the toffee.
Cool.
And that's it. That's
awesome.
it.
That looks great.
Yeah. And my hair is longer than this, but it doesn't look like it right now. But yeah. But I just leave it.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and I also use a curl cream.
Oh, the curl cream. Okay, cool.
The curl one, yeah.
Yeah, let's hope that they bring it to the permanent line, right?
Yes.
Yay! Come on, Monat. Okay, thank you so much, Belinda. It's awesome to share.
Okay.
And it's true what
I
you
have to say one more thing, though.
Sure.
One more thing. Okay, Monat does not discriminate. No matter what kind of hair you have, no matter what ethnic you are, that's my motto. Monat does not discriminate. And that's the Canadian way of saying it. And if you're American, you say Monat. I said Monat is where it's at.
We need to make some t-shirts.
Yes.
Good, Belinda. That's good.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
You're awesome. Okay, Canadians represent. Okay, the next person is actually Sheila. Sheila, you ready?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Rock on, sister.
And then after this, I have to quickly go. So, so my name is Sheila Wright. I've been with Monat now for a year and a half. I was a stylist for almost 16 years before I changed careers and went into the medical field. And I actually went to a cosmetology school that was owned by a big brand. So that's the brand that I was using right out of hair school, working in salons. But at the time when I was introduced to Monat, I was on maternity leave. And I was actually looking for something that would allow me to stay home because I worked at the hospital and the hours are crazy. And I was like, if I could find something to be able to stay home, that would be fantastic. So it came into my life at the perfect time. My upline, Trina Mosier, actually invited me to a Meet Monat. She gave me samples. I came home, tried those, absolutely fell in love with the mask, tried it on my daughter's hair, who has really rough, tight, dry hair. Nothing, no matter what products I've tried in the past, make her hair like soft and manageable like the mask does. So I completely fell in love with the mask. I messaged Amy Murphy, which is the upline of our whole team. She lives in my area, and I was like, I need the mask now. Do you have any on hand? I want to buy it from you. So I went to her house like that night, bought the mask. I still had samples of the shampoo. Used that for a bit, and then I talked to my husband, and I was like, this just makes sense. I know hair, I've been doing hair all my life. Before even going to hair school, I did hair at home on the side. So I was like, and I think this is the thing that's going to be able to make me stay home, be able to stay home with the kids. And so I joined, and now I am a stay-at-home mom because of the opportunity. And I absolutely love the products. I use nothing else, just like the rest of the people were saying. I had tons of product. My sister was the manager at a beauty supply store, so I could literally get any product that I wanted at a discounted price at her rate. And I had everything. She had everything, and now she's a market partner as well, and has gotten rid of everything. Like, she had like a full shelf of products. So she got rid of all of them, and she's exclusive to Monat now. She actually left her job as well, and she's just working the business from home. She felt a conflict with people coming into the shop and offering them products that she knew, wouldn't work for their hair. And so she was like, I'm not going to do this. And once she hit a certain rank, she was like, I'm done, and left her job. So it's the opportunity and the products have completely changed my life.
Is she a hairdresser?
My sister? No, she's not. No. No, she's not a hairdresser.
Quite the clue. You guys have access to everything in a beauty supply shop, and you're both exclusive to Monat. That's quite the clue.
Yeah. And I've watched her hair drastically change, because she was the type that only used extensions, weaves, crochet in her hair. You never saw her own hair. And since using Monat, she doesn't wear any of that stuff. And I'm obviously her stylist. I still cut her hair. And the change, the health in her hair, and she takes the vitamins as well, is like night and day. Like, it's just amazing. Now, me personally, I don't care about length of hair, because I always cut my hair off. It's just the stylist in me. I get bored easily. And once my hair gets this length, I need it off. And I'm actually right now thinking of cutting it all off again. So that's probably going to happen really soon.
Well, how long's your hair right now? It looks really short right now.
To here.
Okay.
Yeah. But the thing that I did have was very thin, like Belinda, edges, just from like tight ponytails, braids, same thing. And the IRT spray has definitely filled those in. And I use the taffy and the clay as well for like to slick my hair. Like, I don't use gel. I don't use an edge control. Those are the products that I've replaced like a gel and an edge control.
Literally right now, it's the taffy and the clay in your hair?
Yeah, well, it's just the clay in it right now. It's one or the other I'll use. It just depends.
Oh, wow.
The clay right now, or I'll use the taffy. I find the taffy has a better hold for me than the clay. So it just really depends on how I'm feeling that day. But I wash with the men's 2-in-1 sometimes. The Renew shampoo for my second wash. If I use the men's 2-in-1, it's the first wash. Renew is the second wash. And then I use the deep smoothing conditioner. I only use the mask every second wash. I wash my hair maybe once a week, and I'll just use the mask like every second wash. And then I also love the IRT conditioner as well. Like, I can't even, like, that conditioner, I love it so much.
Well, can I ask why? I don't actually understand. I would have thought that the mask would have been better, but like, is it or deep smoothing, like Leah said?
That's the thing. Like, I love the mask.
Lighter?
I felt it, and then I kind of steered from. I still do my mask treatments, but I would say probably only once a month. I love the deep smoothing, but I don't know. It's something about the IRT conditioner. I don't know. It makes it soft, and then it has that smell, like that mint. Yeah, like, I love it. So, and I thought when I first tried it, oh, it's probably not going to be heavy enough. It's not going to moisture my hair enough, but I love it. So I alternate with the smoothing conditioner and IRT. And then if I do the mask, I still follow up with either IRT conditioner or deep smoothing conditioner, rinse that in. And then I use the leave-in conditioner, Rejuva beads and oil, and I leave that in. And I use the oil every day, same as Belinda. I love it. I use it like through my scalp, my hairline, like every day on my hairline. And then I use the IRT spray. I spray that on my hairline every single night before I tie it down with a silk scarf. And yeah, those are my products. I use the blowout cream as well for blow drying and the hair.
Can I ask you one last question? When you guys are normally using the more traditional product line, you're usually using handfuls of product, correct? Or a lot more product. So before money. So was it hard to switch over to use less?
Oh yes, for sure, because it was like conditioner, like overload before with the products. But because the products too cost what they cost, I'm cautious on the amount that I use. But it's like, I don't want to waste any product. Like, I don't let anyone touch my product. Like,
so what would you say? Wrap this up with you, Sheila. What would you say to a skeptical person who doesn't believe you need to use as much or to use as little product as you do with Monat, when they're coming from the land of using handfuls of coconut oil and all that stuff?
Well, I just say the product's very concentrated. A little goes a long way. The more you use, it's not giving you any more results, or it's not working any better by overloading the product. So you're just actually putting money down the drain, really. So less is more with Monat is what I would say. And I'd also say try it for yourself. Don't just, listen to the hearsay. Try it for yourself. And a sample is just that. It's just a sample. You need to try the products for a while and then make a judgment off of that.
Yeah, that's what Leah was talking about. That's so true. Thank you so much for sharing, Sheila, your story, everything. I could talk to you for hours. Okay, the next person that's up is actually Island. Are you ready, Island? Thank you, Sheila.
I am.
Okay, go for it.
Hi. Okay, so my name is Island. I'm from Surrey, BC, and I started with Monat 6.5 months ago. So how I started was my husband at the time had a big afro. And so he's been in Canada for 7 years from St. Lucia. Huge difference with the humidity. So once he got here, so when we met, like he would have his hair in corkscrews to his shoulders. And when he came here, it started shrinking. It started breaking. And so now by, I'd say, Yeah, it was last year. So like 6, 7 year mark, he had like a bald spot here, but because he'd wear his hair out natural and big, you would never know. And because he's 6 feet, right? So you wouldn't really know. Um, and so, you know, guys, you never know what to buy them for Christmas and birthdays and all of this stuff. So one of my clients, because I was with another MLM, I kept seeing Monat on her Facebook, but I never paid any mind because, you know, I did my thing and I just supported everyone and like liked posts and whichever. But she had a post that happened to be a Black guy with a similar afro and his little boy in the picture. It was last year for Father's Day for a special. And so I went to drop product off and have a play date. And I was like, oh, my upline is Emily DeClear. And so I was at her house and I was just like, tell me about this product. I think I need it for my husband. But I honestly, I had no idea what Monat did. I just knew it was something to do with hair. I didn't know it grew hair back. I knew nothing. And so she, you know, we were sitting there as moms and all of a sudden she sat up straighter, her face lit up, and she was just so passionate about this product. And it was so genuine from her heart. Like you could just tell she was just so passionate. And the words ground floor came out of her mouth a couple of times. And I wanted to sign on the spot. Like, because I've had a history in the industry, I knew the company I was working with just didn't work for me anymore. I couldn't do parties. My husband works in Squamish, so it's like an 1.5 hour drive away. And we have 3 children. And I was like, is this what I've been praying for? Because I've been asking God to send me something that worked for our family. And so she's like, here, I'll send you home a sample, sent me all the stuff, of course, Dare to Succeed. And I went home. It's funny, someone very high up in my old company, there was a post on Facebook that night, June 9th, I'll never forget. And she was like, oh, her hashtag was don't cheat on Monat or something like that. And so she had said, I forgot to order more Monat and I just tried to buy whatever old salon products I used to use. And now our hair feels like straw. I'm so sorry. I'll never cheat again. And so she is like top in Canada in our old company. And I saw that post and I'm talking hundreds of comments. What's Monat? What is it? And she sent everybody to her MP, gave them all to her. And I literally changed over to Messenger, messaged Emily and said, how do I sign up? I knew it. I was like, this is a huge phenomenon and I need to be a part of this.
Can I ask what your company was before? Like, not, you don't have to name the name, but was it a skincare line or was it like a supplement thing or?
Skincare and cosmetics.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So, and there was nothing wrong with that company. It just didn't work for me. And so 3.5 years I did that. And so I was like, okay, so I got the black 2-in-1, of course, in my kit. I just started with the business one. And I didn't tell my husband what it was. I didn't tell him it was for hair growth. I didn't tell him anything. I was just like, here, honey, I got you some new shampoo, but don't use too much. I can tell you, like Sheila said, oh my goodness, this man will go through product like you would not believe. He did not listen to me. And in the first month, he went through an entire bottle of Rejuvenique oil. The entire bottle. I was like, I told you that was how much that was, right? He's like, yeah, $100. I'm like, okay, so when I replace it, you're paying for it, right? I'm like, stop using so much.
The heck was he doing with it?
Put it, like, I mean, when I said you need a couple drops, I think he was doing a couple like pumps full. But I mean, his hair was so dry. So black hair is already dry, but his was so dry. And so then he started using it, the black 2-in-1, and that's all he did. And I was like, oh, my husband's very, no, he doesn't show enthusiasm at all. So he's in the car. I'm like, what do you think of your hair? And he's like, oh no, it's the same. And I felt his hair and it felt, I swear to you, after like the first wash, like my kid's hair. So soft. And he was like, oh no, it's the same. And I'm like, feel your beard and then feel your hair. Like there's a huge difference there. I cornrow my kids' hair. And so when I would do any kind of twist or something in my husband's hair, my pinkies right here would be raw. Like his hair is, it's like wiry, right? It's so coarse. And I'm feeling his hair like, I don't know how you can say there's no difference. And then after like a week, he's like, okay, you're right. Where's the oil? And then he's like, can't you just keep putting it in the same place? I'm like, okay, so I guess you like it. And so then like my kids all have very mixed hair. This one fell asleep here. So you can see.
Oh my goodness.
This would have never happened before Monat.
Angel.
She has, so those with mixed kids will know that our kids are born with straight hair. All three of my kids. Long, black, straight hair, and then it slowly starts to curl. And all three of my children have completely different textures of hair. And so my husband's family, like, so he's from St. Lucia. His dad is very, very black, super tight curls. Like, it doesn't even look curled. It's so tight. And then my mother-in-law, her complexion is probably the same as yours. And she's a native to the island, so they call her Shabin. So she's lighter skinned, has almost mixed texture of hair as well. So then my husband's hair is kind of mixed, even though he's fully black. So then, of course, you have our mix as well. And my eldest son had super, super tight curls, like big afro, like a 70s afro. And then I shaved it when he was 2, 5 years ago. So now he's got like thick, coarse, but big curls. So for him, I will use, they all use the kids line. Absolutely love it. Their hair is so different now. Even my eldest, his hair is much softer now, easier to manage. What do I use in his when he styles it? Oh my gosh, this curl cream, they need to add it to our line. I even have like other clients that are like, do you have any curl cream? And I do have one full bottle left. I can't give it up. I have 3 curly haired kids. You crazy? I'm just like, I love you, but
keep going on. Yeah, I got you.
I'm like, I'm like, sorry, I can't. So like, even like my middle boy has very Caucasian hair, like very white, soft. It's straight to here, and then beautiful ringlets. But that also means it tangles so easy, becomes like matted mess. And with our detangler, it's like,
so can I ask you a question to the kids? Are you using Renew on them at all, or are you just using straight the kids stuff?
I use Renew on her because she has a crap load of hair.
Right.
And it's starting to change and get thicker. So my little guy, he's like, he doesn't have as much hair as my other 2. My eldest, I should probably start using Renew, but he's a little bit harder to, he's 7, so he doesn't want to take a shower, let alone let mommy wash his hair with stuff that might hurt his eyes. So, but this one, I even did the mask, when the super moisturizing mask, that Only For You.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I think I love it more than Replenish.
Wow.
It is amazing. On my hair as well. Like my hair is super straight. I just did a half a pump of mousse yesterday as a test on a live video on each side and just scrunched it. And my hair's super straight. And
it's great.
This is day 2, and I went for a run in the rain with the kids. So
wow.
Yeah, I'm like,
good, Mama.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I love your share. Like, it's so great because you have so many different hair types in your family, and the fact that you
crazy
one line and it's non-toxic, natural based, la la la.
Oh my gosh, I can't. And people ask me, oh, do you use Monat on your kids? I'm like, there's nothing else coming in my house. And, finding products here in Canada, it's getting a little better. And here in Surrey, near my house, there's like some black salons. I would love some help. I know I've talked to Crystal a little bit about it, but like how to talk to salons, it's hard. Who's going to listen to a little white girl about black hair? They're going to be like Belinda. Maybe I need to talk to Belinda because it's
video now, and you can send people to this video.
Yeah, well, that's a very good idea. But it's like, for any skeptics out there, I would definitely say, what do you have to lose? Honestly, just give it a try, an honest try. Follow the directions and see for yourself. If it doesn't work, then you can laugh and say, I told you so. And then, but I guarantee you're going to fall in love with these products and use nothing else and have the best hair ever.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Great share, sister friend.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Island. Who's the next person up is actually Brenda. Brenda, you ready?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sheila.
Am I unmuted? Am I good?
Yes, you're good.
Okay. All right, so my name is Brenda. I am technically in Surrey as well. Yeah, so basically my background is I've been in the fitness industry for almost 20 years. And prior to that, anything you can think of as far as like front desk to customer service, you name it, I've done it. Okay, so now when I was a lot younger, and I'm probably going back 20 years, I used to work like bartending in nightclubs and stuff like that. So my hair was always doing stuff with my hair when I was younger. Sorry, I have a very rambunctious 3-year-old. So right now, I got into, stop it. I got into Monat back in August, and I basically had just given birth to this little guy right here. And so I was at home I guess just before I gave birth to him, I was at home and I was looking for something that I didn't have to go back to work. I wanted to sit down. Stop it. All right, so basically, sorry. So I wanted something that I didn't have to go back to work full time. I wanted to work from home. And I actually I didn't know about Monat. I didn't know anything about it. And I actually was Googling home-based businesses. That's what got me into it. So I started Googling, like, what is the best home-based business that I could do? And Monat kept coming up as in the top 5. It was number 5 in the top 5. And I was like, what is this? Like, I don't know what this is. So I keep going. Every so often, so I look into it. Okay, it's hair. Okay, haven't seen that before. I've seen makeup. I've seen moisturizers. I've seen all that, but hair was not really a thing. I'm like, okay, well, it's sitting there. It was in the back of my head. And a couple of days go by, and I Google again, and it's right there. Like something was drawing me to it. Something was drawing me back to it. I didn't know anybody who was doing it. I didn't know how to get into it. And it wasn't until, actually I saw Island, she was my upline. So I saw her on her post about Monat, and I was like, okay, and when I went to join, it asked for an MP number. So I messaged her, I'm like, what is this? Like, what do I have to put in? And she goes, oh, just put in my number. And I was like, okay. So she didn't even know I was interested. I never talked to anybody about it. I just knew my gut and my heart was telling me, you need to do this because this is going to be awesome. Like this is so new, but there was something about it that I had to be a part of. So I logged on and I signed up on their island right away, and I signed up. I asked her, I said, well, what pack do I get? I don't know. And she goes, I did the business pack. I'm like, cool, I'm doing that. And signed up under the business pack. And honestly, to this day, I regret not doing the overachiever pack. I really regret not doing that because I think as you go in it, you're like, oh, I need this product. Oh, I want this product. I need this, And when they introduced because they had a junior line, I was struggling. Like being in the fitness industry, and I have a history of hypothyroid, so I was always looking for something that was more natural, gluten-free, all those things. I know, baby. And so this really spoke to me in that sense, knowing that they had a junior line with no chemicals. So I literally used the junior line on my 6.5-month-old since day 1. So since he was born, and no tangles, no knots, nothing. So even like the detangling spray I used on him, no problems, right? Now my daughter, I actually use the hydration line on her because her hair is very different. So my husband is black, so he has the very thick, coarse hair. And her hair is just a level above that thick, coarse curl hair, but not quite as much as him. So I tried everything with her. Like I went to Chatter's Salon, which anybody in Canada knows what Chatter's is. I don't know if they have them in the States. But, and I literally dragged her in with me, and I'm like, I need something for her. Like nothing is working. And they literally said, oh, I'll try a certain brand. And I was like, okay, but there's a shampoo, there's a no poo. I don't know what that is. I have no idea. So they're recommending products, and I was like, okay, well, you see, she has dark curly hair. And I was even stopped in Costco by someone who was half black and said, you need to try this. So I go to Chatter's to try that product. Did not work. I went to my own salon, and they said, here's a detangling spray. Try this. it dried her hair out the next day, and it would leave our floor greasy. So I was sliding everywhere, and I was like, what is this? So the detangling spray I use on her hair every day, just obviously when she gets up in the morning, it's a little tangled from sleeping. But I cannot believe how much the hydration system I use on her hair about every 2, maybe 3 days. The mask I use once every 3 washes, maybe. I might use it a bit more because it's a little drier right now. Okay. But I cannot not have that, because I literally can get her out of the bathtub now and finger comb her hair. That was I could not do that before. And she would scream and cry and hide if I come at her with a comb. Oh my God. I know.
So now when you're coming at her, she's all good.
She still hates her hair getting done, but she will not run and hide, or she will not scream bloody murder, basically.
Okay, so I have one question for you. So in your experience, so you were looking for a home-based business. What has this business done for you?
Oh gosh, it's not only giving me the chance to be home with the kids. I'm still on mat leave right now, but the thought that I can be home with the kids more, and the thought that, I don't have to go to work all the time, and you know what I mean? Like, just spending more time with being at home. Being my own boss too, that was really appealing. I was at that stage in my life where I'm like, I need to do something for me, but I also want to do something for the kids and the family. And it had basically given me that freedom and that thought of freedom to do so, to be able to just, if the kids get sick, I would have to take time off from my other job, get somebody to fill in the shift to be able to come home and be with the kids, but then I'd have to go back and make up hours later on. Yeah. Right. So I have no sick days. I have no sick pay, nothing like that. And I couldn't fathom having like a babysitter or my pseudo nana basically go get my kids from daycare saying, okay, they're sick, you're going to sit with them. No, that's my job. Yeah. And everybody wants their mom when they're sick, right? So that was really what spoke to me, and believing, going, and I don't know, and the same gut feeling I had for this company is the same gut feeling when I first became a personal trainer and a fitness instructor. It's like, I needed to do this. And it really hit me hard as to like, wow, this is a strong feeling. So yeah.
It's really good, that you're sharing, because you have a wealth of experience with different types of hair types, and I can see why you're using Renew on your daughter. Her hair is massive.
Yeah. Is it normal? She actually picked that out herself this morning. So, but on myself, I actually use the volume line, the Renew, Revive and Revitalize. And then I also use the Tussle Texture Mist to get these curls back. So, because before, my hair would not grow past here. It would just get here and be really, really stringy, and it was getting really fine. And to the point when I had my son, my hair was really falling out. Like, I had really bad postpartum hair loss, and I didn't have that with my daughter. So again, I take the supplements. I use the oil on my face as a moisturizer. I can't even believe how awesome it is as a moisturizer. But sometimes I'll use the leave-in conditioner with the Tussle Texture Mist and obviously the blowout cream, and then I'll just use a diffuser, and I get the volume that, oh my gosh, I can't even believe. So sorry?
No, I was just gonna say that's awesome to have your share too, just representing.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we don't use anything else here. Absolutely, we are exclusive to Monat in the shower, and I make sure of that.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, my friend. You're awesome. Okay, we got last 2 people. If you're up here, maybe Jamie, are you actually available to talk now, or should I? And then let your beautiful wife close the call.
I'm actually gonna go first because I have to take my daughter to the doctor. So okay. I'm supposed to pick her up in 10 minutes.
Oh, okay, quickly. Okay, I'll let you go.
Yeah, sorry. There's echo.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, okay, thanks. I think it was coming from my own house because he's in the living room and I'm in the dining room. My name is Crystal, and we're in Tacoma, Washington. We've been with Monat for a year. We just hit a year in January. And I was introduced to Monat by Tammy, who's Canadian. And as you will see, when he turns his camera on, my husband has a lot of hair. I walked in the house just a few minutes ago from my doctor's appointment. I was like, oh, is that how you feeling today? So there he is. It was curly last night. I think he picked it all out this morning. So anyways, he has a lot of hair. So he posted one of those crazy hair pictures on Facebook, and my sponsor reached out to me and said, you should have, well, and I think he talked about when in the post. And she said, you should have Jimmy try this Monat. And just like many others, I was like, I don't think so. I don't think you know anything about my kind of hair, because we have totally different hair, right? She's white and we're black. So it's like, that's okay. So anyways, she was persistent, not overly, but probably like 6 months goes by. And she's like, hey, I'm going to be in Seattle for this 5K race for Monat. I want to bring you some samples. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Sure. Right. So she did. And she brought us samples. We talked for a little bit because Jamie and I have been professional network marketers for the last 6 years now, but 5 when I started Monat, where our previous company actually allowed us to retire. So this is all we do. And so she knew that, but she didn't know the true backstory about our previous company and the challenges that we were having. And so I was kind of intrigued a little bit, but I didn't know if it was going to work for my hair. So I'm like, whatever. So I just she brought the samples. I set them in the bathroom and didn't think anything about it. That was in September. So I did not use them. I think it was right after Thanksgiving when Jamie was like, what happened to those samples? I was like, I don't know. I think they're maybe in the bathroom. You're like, we should try them. I'm like, whatever, it's your hair, right? So I washed his hair with it, and he got it braided the next day, and I thought nothing of it, right? Whatever. Nothing miraculously. Oh, my God, it's so soft. Nothing, right? Like 3 weeks go by, and we're watching TV, and he goes, bang, my head's not itching. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah, now that I think about it, I haven't had any flakes. And I was like, okay, now we might be onto something. So that was Thanksgiving. Now we're like probably at Christmas. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe I need to look at a little bit more into this. And so we did, and we decided to jump in January. And it's funny because I use relaxers. I think I'm the only one on here. And I'm quick to tell people, yes, my hair is chemically treated. I am not ready for the natural thing. You have to be mentally ready for that. And I am not. And especially when I keep my hair short. My team has been like, I just cut my hair like 2 weeks ago. My team was like, you gotta let it grow. You gotta let it grow. So I let it grow like all year. And I chopped it all off 2 weeks ago. I'm like, I can't do it. So I use the Renew. I use the hydration line. I love the smoothing deep conditioner. Like we were using, and this is the other crazy thing is we were using just the Only For You one that came, a few months. It was the Only For You item. And that was not nearly what this stuff in this new bottle is. Because, and I think Jamie, he'll probably talk about this too, because when he used it, and here's the other funny thing about this product. Jamie would never wash his own hair. I always had to wash his hair. But since Monat, he actually feels comfortable enough to wash his own hair. Because, look at it. It's a lot of freaking hair, right? And so now he can actually manage it, and he feels a little bit more comfortable washing it himself. He still likes me to wash it, but if I'm busy, then he'll go ahead and do it himself. So, but the deep smoothing conditioner is amazing. My daughter's hair is, she has kind of it's a completely different texture than mine. And so, she uses a very like mixed cocktail. Like she'll use the Renew. Lately, I think for the last several months, she's actually been using the Juniors line. She's 16, and she's been using the Juniors line, but she still adds oil. She still uses, she uses taffy. She uses leave-in. as her styling products. Actually, I don't know if I'm not the host. Can I share this? I think I can. I can show you super quick. Whoops. That was not what I wanted to share with you. Where did it just go? That picture, this one. So this is about a 90-day difference in my daughter's hair. So you can even see like the thickness and the curls, and like it's like totally different.
What styling products is she using to get that sort of definition?
So taffy, she uses taffy oil, and I think she uses mousse sometimes too.
That's
But
amazing.
taffy is her biggest go-to, which it sucks because it's in such a little jar. But yeah, she uses a lot of taffy. And I think she uses the detangler too as a styling product. And then the other, this is again not, how do I close out? There we go, stop share. So yeah, so her hair has had a dramatic change since we started using these products. And then Jamie's hair also had a dramatic hair, and I'll let him tell you his little story, but I have the picture. So
we just have one really quick question, Crystal. Somebody's asking, like, when you're putting taffy in a kid's hair, you just put it straight in?
I think she uses it as a cocktail, so she just rubs it in.
Okay.
And then just puts it, she sections it out, like I think, I forget his name, but he says he sections their hair out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what she had to do. And it took a while to figure that out. But yeah, she sections her hair out and puts it in each section. So this is Jamie's hair when it's straight. And so this is the first picture. I think I missed her, but Cece, I think she talked earlier. She's on my team. She actually did his hair in the before picture. And she used Monat because that was when we very first started. And then this second picture is in late October, maybe early November. But you can even see the difference in the texture of his hair.
Yeah.
In that time frame. Yeah. So we love Monat. I was extremely skeptical because, like I said, how does this work for everybody's hair? It just doesn't make sense, right? Because and I have spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on products for my daughter. Like, she's a teenager and she started getting into YouTube when she was ready to actually wear her hair curly and natural and not want me to flat iron it all the time. I was all for buying whatever she needed to do that because her hair is beautiful, and so we tried all kinds of products that was supposed to be good for curly hair, and they all would work for a month or two, and then she'd have something else that she needed me to buy. So, but with this,
So she uses the taffy. She uses it on wet, damp hair?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you for answering that question. Somebody was asking that question.
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to say, Crystal, to any skeptical people out there in your professional?
I mean, I think the big thing, I think everybody has said it, you have to try it and you have to give it some time. Washing your hair one time with it is probably not going to be enough, because had Jamie not noticed, that his head wasn't itching, which normally would happen over 3 or 4 days, and this was 3 weeks later and his head wasn't itching, that's a big deal. So I would not have ever tried it had not happened to him. So you have to try it and you have to give it time.
Awesome. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for jumping on, sister.
You're very welcome. Sorry, I'm a pain in the butt.
We're going to switch to your handsome and dashing husband who's got just a little bit of hair today. Are you ready, Jamie?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Sweet. So Crystal pretty much, said the story. That's what I was telling her. There's really no other story. So you have certain questions you want to ask me and I can reply to those, because that is the story pretty much. She, we didn't use it. We used it. I think everybody is skeptical about this product in the beginning, and it's not just this product, it's everything. So, don't feel like, that people are, just not wanting to try the product. People are skeptical about everything these days. It's just crazy, nothing you can do about it. But once we tried it and what Crystal didn't mention is I have or had bad dandruff, and I have psoriasis in the scalp. So my scalp is, always been just, rugged. Like Frosted Flakes didn't have nothing on me before I started using it. For real. It was all over my shirt, you know what I'm saying? Like I have to make sure, like I was one of them dudes that made sure I dust off my jacket and my shirt to make sure I didn't walk around with the flakes on my sleeves because, that's just not a good look. But as of now, it's, totally controlled that. My hair is way more manageable. Like Crystal said, I didn't used to wash my hair because I just felt like it was too hard to manage. I couldn't comb it, soap in my eye. Plus, I done fell a couple of times in the shower, so I'm like, the hell with that. I'm not showering and washing my own hair no more. So, she's been washing my hair pretty much all the time, but now I can wash it myself. The biggest, so one of the biggest things that you'll notice when you use the product is combing your hair through, especially for black hair. It's kind of hard to comb through black hair, especially when it's not, moisturized right. Or even, when you wash it with any other product besides Monat, the comb through process just isn't that easy for those of you who dealt with black hair. Combing through my hair is crazy. Like looking at my hair now, probably look like it's probably dry and brittle, but my hair is crazy soft. And you know why it's crazy soft? I'm blaming it on a smooth and deep conditioner, truly, to be honest. I mean, the shampoo is great. The Rejuvenate oil is even more lovely. I don't go a day without using this. And after every wash, I'm always using Rejuvenate now because I know what it does and how it works. And, some people say they put it on dry hair. It doesn't work on dry hair. You need to put it on wet hair. Like, it's no joke when you put the stuff on
it. It does work on dry hair, but it works better with wet hair.
Yeah, I didn't see no difference with the dry hair. Wet hair, totally different thing. So, when I tell people to use it, I tell them to make sure their hair is wet. But the smooth and deep conditioner. So about this, I had been using, what is it? The Revitalized conditioner, just because that's, I need a conditioner that I can wash out my hair because I have too much hair just to be using a leave-in. Everybody should be using something that, you wash out if you have more than 4 or 5 inches of hair, something like that. Leave-in was great, still use it. Revitalized was great, but I didn't, until I heard somebody else talking, I forgot where we was at. It's probably one of our Meet Monats. I think it's one of the salon owners on our team saying that, how the volume system does give you more volume. And I just thought to myself, like a light bulb moment, I'm like, dude, that's why my hair, even though the Revitalize was making it easier to comb through my hair was really still getting some volume from the conditioner. So I was always noticing my hair would be way more poofier than it was, but I didn't think that never, just because of the fact it was still easy to comb through, blah, 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 whatever. I was, still happy with my results. Plus my hair was growing like crazy. But the first time I used this stuff right here, the smooth and deep conditioner, it's almost like I permed my hair. Like, listen to me. It like changed the texture of my hair. Like my hair, when I wash it now, like if I was to go wet my hair goes instantly curly and it drops down. Wash it, does the same. I put this on it, like the hair almost turns silky, like straight. Like it's hard to explain. Like it's crazy. So this is something that I have been recommending to all my folks that are black or have black hair or thick hair. The smooth and deep conditioner is no joke for black.
Do you ever use it as a leave-in, Jamie?
No, I don't. If it says to wash it out, I wash it out. If it says to leave it in, I leave it in. The only thing that I leave in sometime is the mask, and that's just a very little bit of it because, I mean, people say leave it in, but I'm just going to follow the directions and do what I'm supposed to do with it. I'll leave it in a little bit sometimes, but I'm like, nah, it says to wash it out, so let's wash it out. Like, I love my hair. I don't want nothing bad happening to my hair, especially after using Win for 5 years and thinking that I was getting the best hair ever. And then once I started using Monat, it was clear to see that the other shampoo wasn't working because of how drastically it changed my hair in the little bit of time. And then on top of that, as much as my hair has grown without the breakage and all that, it's clearly amazing. Clearly amazing.
Drinking the Kool-Aid, Jamie. That's awesome. The one thing I really like about your story is the first time I met you, you talked about the tap, right? The tap. That you were always tapping your head. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, that's pretty much, I mean, anybody knows with dandruff or dry scalp, and especially if you braid your hair, after, some people some days, some people will take a week, you're going to be doing this. Can y'all hear it? Y'all hear that sound? Like my wife used to hear me do that in my sleep. I'm just beating my brains in because my scalp is itching. Why we do that is because if you scratch your braids, you're rubbing out the damn part, so you're messing up your braids. So patting it is a way to do that. Ladies with weaves, they do the same thing. If you see some lady patting her hair like that, she's not crazy. She got a weave in and she patting it because it's itching. That's just the way it go. So I have to do no patting.
You're not beating your head anymore, Jamie.
Not beating my head. Not that it was bothering me or nothing or messing me up in the head, but I'm just saying it's the dandruff and the dandruff is pretty much gone. Psoriasis is something you can't get rid of, but it's totally under control now, and there's so many people out there that are dealing with the same thing, and they've tried Head and Shoulders, they've tried Sulfur 8, they've tried this, they've tried that, and it's not working, and they seem to keep saying, well, it seems like it's getting worse. And, here at Monat, we never knock anybody products, but the bottom line, what a lot of people don't think about when your hair is messing up and something not seeming right, it's 9 times out of 10 the product that's being used on your hair, and you just have no idea because nobody takes the time to turn a bottle around and Google the ingredients. That's what I tell people, like still till this day. But when we first started, people say, well, what makes this so different? I'm like, look, go Google what's in Monat and go Google what's in your product, and then you message me. I still have to message people like, yo, one of these ingredients in here is using antifreeze. I'm like, bruh, so I'm telling you to Google for yourself, because what Monat says is in there and what it says is going to happen to your hair, that's what happened. With the other products, 9 times out of 10, that's probably not what happening. One of the biggest thing about this product that I love, 30-day money-back guarantee. I haven't had nobody message me back to my question to tell me what company that will give you your money back for the product that you bought and you done used probably all up already if you don't like it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You can't lose. The only thing you got to lose from not joining Monat or using the product is better hair and possibly putting some extra money in your pocket. The only thing that you have to gain is more money in your pocket and better hair. It's a win-win either way you look at it. So that's what I tell folks. Like, I really make people think. I'm like, look, think about it. Your job is not going to pay you for doing what most network marketing companies will pay you. If it's not my company you want to join, great. Because I tell people, I'm like, it's not about, me getting you to do this and you help me put money in my pocket. It's truly about me helping you get better hair. And it's truly me wanting to help you have a little bit more financial freedom. Because me and my wife come from, she talked about it earlier. We know what a company like this can do for you if you believe in the product and you're not afraid to talk about it. You got to scream it from the rooftops. I got Monat, yo. If you don't say it like that, say it whatever way you want to say it, but you got to let people know you have the product and be consistent in what you want to do with it. Because if you don't tell nobody about it, there's somebody like me sliding around through town screaming from the rooftops with my hair pressed out. And you know what happens when my hair is down, which is a lot of, I like to wear it pressed out sometimes. A lot of people, mainly women, will say, oh my God, I love your hair. And the first thing I'm going to say to them is, you can have this kind of hair too. I have my own shampoo. And they like, what? And, that's a conversation starter for me to, tell them I have anti-aging, blah, blah, blah shampoo. And this is blah. And they're like, oh, really? And, I exchange information, on Facebook, friend request them right there on the spot. And, start the conversation to get it going. Even if they don't buy nothing from you right away, that's not my goal anyway. My intent is to get you to see, not for, not just my word, but, follow me on Facebook or whatever social media. And you can just see through the post. Once I add you to the testimonies group, you're going to be able to see there's thousands of other people who, believe in the product and are happy with their results, just like myself. So, I mean, there's no reason not to use Monat. The only reason you're not want to use it is because you're skeptical, and I can understand that. But that's easy to get over because, I mean, people are so easy to listen to their friend Shantae to tell them that they bought Curly Girl from Walmart or Sally's, and they'll go buy it right away. But you got your friend telling you about this luxury line of product over here called Monat that's possibly could change your hair for the better. And you're kind of skeptical about it because it's a person selling it versus you going to a big organization or a store and buying it. I get that, but just remember, everything you buy from Walmart and other stores ain't good for you either. So you just gotta, when you weigh out your options and think about it, it makes sense to try it anyway,
Yeah.
Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself.
That's awesome. Oh, I love you, Jamie. Okay, last question for you. For because you are really good and because you are a professional network marketer, you and your wife, when you always talk about the indicators of a company. I love how you say that to people. If they're looking, to close the call, if anybody is, obviously, if they want to just try the product as a customer, that's totally cool. If they want to support you as a friend and send people to you, that's totally cool. But if they want to make extra money, like you guys are talking about, like all of us on the call are doing, what would you say to these skeptical people in terms of what to look for if they are looking for a side gig type of dealio?
Well, 3 things you always look for. And like I said, that goes for any company. And a lot of companies don't have these 3 things if you really do your investigating. First, you want to look for a first to market product. And sometimes the first to market market product is not going to be available for you to even make that an option. And that's okay in some cases, just depending on what it is you're looking for. You know, so let's just say health and wellness. There's some, you know, some companies out there that do have a first to market product. And then there's some that don't, but even still, they're still a good company. So you have to weigh that option for yourself. But as far as me and the wife concerned, that's what we was looking for. We was looking for something different than health and wellness. So our focus was, you know, there was a lot of companies crossed off the list before, you know, so we even started looking. So you want to look for first to market product, which my Nate doesn't have a first to market product. Well, we actually do, like, you know, the Rejuvabees. There's nothing else out there like it in the world. But as far as a company in a whole, my Nate is the only company in the world that is network marketing that's geared towards hair care. That's huge. Like, if you really stop and think about it, it makes you wonder, like, what was people thinking about? Why ain't nobody else did this? What was Vidal Sassoon and all these other people thinking? I have no clue. Like, I'm clueless. Like, what was I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you to the Ernettas, you know. 2, you want to look for low buy-in. Buy-in is everything. You got companies out there charging you $6.99, you know, $7.99, $1,000, and you have all these products that 9 times out of 10 you're not going to be able to sell. That's important. Monat has a $99 buy-in, which is freaking awesome, you know. But of course, we want folks to get product packs because it just makes more sense, unless, you know, the financial thing is an issue, or if you're really truly not sure about the product. I can totally understand that. But the fact that we have a $99 buy-in is huge. And then the 3rd thing, you want a product that sells itself. Listen here, folks. Shampoo is a consumable. There is nobody on the face of this planet Earth that is ever not going to use shampoo. Just not going to happen. Now, you have some folks out there that's going to tell you that they're making their own shampoo, and I use this and I use that, and I laugh in my head. You know, I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone that does that, but it's not the same. What you're mixing up doesn't compare to the scientific backing that Monat has for what's in our products. It just doesn't compare. And the only way you'll know that is if you take a chance and just try it and see if it's really going to do something. Like I said, there's 30 days to return the product, which we have a 0.1, I believe, return rate, which means 99% of people are keeping this stuff. Nobody's sending it back.
Yeah.
That's unheard of. And on top of that, anything else you buy anywhere else, like if you really just think about it and compare the, you know what I'm saying, the differences, you're not taking nothing back you buy from anywhere else.
Yeah.
If you do, you have 10 days, 7 days, 14 days maybe, but a whole 30 and the bottle can be empty. Come on, yo. The product sells itself.
Oh my gosh, you're so awesome, Jim.
There can be no way that there's thousands and thousands, over 500,000 customers that are raving about it, and over 100,000 market partners that are saying that this product is great. We all can't be lying. That's just something you just have to think about.
Well, that's common sense, Jamie. You speak the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, some things are just common sense, you know, and it's shampoo, guys. I'm going to say it again. Nobody's never not going to use shampoo. The only thing you want is you want to help people to understand that there's a better way to wash their hair. There's a better way to have healthy hair. You don't have to go get scalp injections. You don't have to go get all these other things done to your scalp. Instead, just change your shampoo. It's crazy when you think about it.
T-shirt.
I laugh because I've helped a few people stop themselves from, you know, getting some things done that they didn't want to get done, but changing their shampoo changed that.
That's amazing.
You know, they're not on social media like that. So, you know, saying there's no post, and I've been asking her actually to just type me a message or something, text it so I can, you know, do that. But talking on the phone, I mean, it's crazy. Like it makes me feel good to know that just by me offering somebody a product like shampoo, as simple as that, can totally change their life by changing their confidence in their hair. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you so much, Jamie. I mean, honestly,
you're welcome.
You are the man. And I'm just gonna like wrap up the call and just thank everybody who did participate on the call. Really, truly, if you were sent this video, please go back to the person who sent you this video if you have any other questions, because you really should try it if you haven't tried it. So again, I'm just gonna unmute everybody and just everyone can just say goodbye to everybody else. This is a great call.
Hey guys.
I look
Nice
crazy.
Everybody.
Good to meet everybody. Good to meet everybody.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Okay,
Crystal.